So, as long as I'm stuck in traffic at the HEB, thought I'd let you guys know how rehearsal went. I'm still really keyed up from everything. In retrospect, going from a high sensory stimulation thing like the TEDx rehearsal straight into a super crowded supermarket was probably not the smartest decision I could have made. On the other hand, I got out in record time, so I'm counting it as a win, damn it. So here's what happened. I went in and they gave me a gift basket, and I got to go to my own green room. Well, there's a green room, and then I had a dressing room assigned to me, and they clean it down in between, which is nice. And they kind of tell you everything that's going to be going on. And so I talked to some people beforehand, and they put a mic on me, so I'm going to have like a little Brit mic tomorrow, and that's fun. And then I got to wait outside the door for my cue, and then I got to go on the stage. And the way they've got the stage managed, I was expecting it to be like this big, huge stage, but they've got, and it is a big, huge stage because it's the pack, but it's not, they've made it cozy, and I appreciate that. We have a shag carpet for our TEDx bubble, which was kind of hard for me to step on. Like I touched it, and I wanted it to be soft, and it wasn't soft, and I was like, and I like looked around and got everything. The lights are crazy bright, so I'm glad I wore my darker glasses today. Usually when I'm at work, I wear my lighter tint because it helps me with reading and deciding color and whatnot. But this time I wore the darker tint, which is good because, and then it's an auditorium and it's huge, and it reminded me of my dance recital days. Is that fair? Where you're so keyed up and you're trying to remember if you remember everything, and then you get out there and you're like, what was I doing? And then and then you look, and they have a little confidence monitor, and it's a good sized monitor on the ground, and it shows you it's in presentation mode, and I'm totally used to that because of the church, and I can see what's going on and then what's going to be behind me. And I just started talking, and it felt a little rambly, and I lost my place like twice because I kept making little side notes and little jokes to myself. And it did come in a little longer than it usually does, but I held everybody's attention. Nobody said it was horrible. Even one of the ladies has ADD, and she was like, I totally get it, and yeah, I kept up with it, and usually I was like, thank God. Okay, then we're doing good. And part of the thing I just have to remember is that there's only really 3 people that know what I'm supposed to say, what specifically goes with each slide, and nobody else really does. So even though like I skipped a slide and I came back and I circled around and it was a little rambly for me, nobody can tell that. And as long as I keep that in my brain, it's fine. I think normally it's kind of hard because of the quarantine, because I think under normal conditions we would have been allowed to explore the space beforehand and get used to it and acclimate, and they can't do that because they have to scrub in between each person, and like they've got this big, like, what is it, the Husqvarna thing, and it's like a literal HVAC thing with a HEPA filter, and it scrubs the whole auditorium of all the air, so everybody has to leave, and then they scrub it, and then everybody's fine. So yeah, Tomorrow, sometime like around 2:50 is when I'm supposed to go on, so like 2:30 or so, I think, if you're asking when to tune in. And it's going to be good, and I feel good about it. I'm not as freaked out as I was before, as I was going in there. And don't get me wrong, I am hyper, like, it's like I drank one of those cafecitos from Florida. But I also just got out of the grocery store too, so. And I'll have Brad there tomorrow. I didn't have him there today because he's at work, but I'll have Brad there tomorrow, and it's gonna be good. And then when it's over, we're gonna go get dinner, and then I can breathe and get back to working on Power BI, which is, my real passion. So I will hopefully see you guys tomorrow. You'll see me tomorrow, and that's it.